welcome to Lunar Logic Tarot. I'm Juju, and this is going to be a weekly reading for Libra. Please keep in mind everything is subject to free will, your free will, and anyone or anything you are energetically connected to. Also, please keep in mind that everything is subject to the will of the divine. No one is free from the law of cause and effect. Cross-watchers, I'm going to be reading this from Libra's perspective, okay? So, keep that in mind. You might have the reverse role. Now, Libra, for whatever reason, I was guided to not use tarot for you, but to start out with some of these, what is it called? Chakra oracle cards, and then to use like Lenormand cards and stuff like that, and Kipper cards. So, we'll see what that's about. All right. Spirit, what's going on for Libras this week, please? Yeah, only take what resonates, leave the rest, okay, guys? In fact, I think I might just do, like, a video on how to, I guess, interpret tarot reading, because me saying this just takes up the time of the reading, and it's kind of getting repetitive. So, let's see. Alright, let's see. So you have, what does it say? Confusion reverse. So you're no longer confused about something. You have absolute clarity, so that's good. Okay, anything else for Libra, please? You know what? It feels like you know what you want, for the most part. But you haven't accepted what it is that's happened. You are praying for something, though. You're praying to be able to turn lemons into lemonade here, but you also haven't accepted something yet. You're no longer confused, but you haven't accepted whatever has happened. But you're praying that you can turn these lemons into lemonade, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Perseverance, though, here. So, in reverse, but why? In order for... Healing isn't linear, Libra, okay? It doesn't go in a straight line. Whatever you've gotten clarity on that you're struggling to accept, you're going to have... That means you're grieving. You have to go through all stages of the grief. And you won't go... It won't be like in a straight line. It'll go kind of bounce around a little bit. Okay? Acceptance is when you've come in. That's from my understanding and how I've personally experienced it, is after forgiveness. Okay? But you're struggling, persevering, pushing through the awareness of something that you've received about a situation. But you haven't accepted it yet. You're having a hard time accepting someone's answer? Okay. It's like you're not getting your piece of the... Yeah, victim in reverse. So, bottom of the deck, we have release. Okay. So, you are struggling... Well, you don't necessarily feel like a victim. But, you don't like the fact that you were released from something. You're not accepting that you were let go of. That could be in work, love, family, what have you. You were released somehow from something. You're not confused anymore. You're having some struggles moving on past being released from something or someone. You're not accepting it. I feel like you just don't want to accept it. I don't necessarily feel like you're in some type of victim mentality. And you're not accepting yourself as being a victim, but you're not persevering through this release. You could be quite depressed right now. And if you've been released for something, I can see why that could make you feel that way. And how that can be very upsetting. So there's something that you need to do regarding this. Let's see. Okay, tell me more about release. Release, please. Okay, you have despondence in reverse. You're trying not to be angry about it. Or jealous. Anything else about release, please? Gossip reverse. You're trying your best to not gossip either. I feel like you understand why, but it's still upsetting. Like, you understand why, but you're not... Well, I feel like you keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And in the dead center of it is being released. You're struggling with some form of recovery right now. Okay, what is the relationship between Okay, let's just see. Hold on. Impartiality. So, yeah, needing to balance things out. See things from a different perspective here. There's a balancing that needs to take place. Like, you don't want to be a part of the gossip. See how she's covering her ears? She doesn't want to hear the gossip. She doesn't want to hear anybody's attitudes about it. Because you're already struggling to persevere through it. You don't feel like a victim. You don't want people to... You're almost like you feel like people are coming up to you and saying, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And you're sick of hearing it. This could be... if you've lost somebody, I'm so sorry. Like, if someone's passed away, I'm so sorry. You know, you're struggling, you're grieving. If if you've lost somebody either to death or they moving away or a breakup, you're in the process of grieving. You just really don't want to hear anything from anybody. You're trying to balance yourself out. You're struggling with that though right now. Yeah, vanity in reverse. You're trying not to, I don't know if someone's saying that you've been acting vain. I don't feel that, though. Yeah, grief reverse. You're not accepting the grief, although you're grieving. You don't want to grieve the loss because you're hoping, you don't want to accept the loss. You don't want to grieve a loss because if you grieve it, and then you go through that process of grief and then you go into acceptance, that means it's real. The release is real. And I don't think you want to accept that. I'm going to keep these two out because I really feel like it is like that. I'm actually going to keep the confusion out too because I want to get some more information about this. Because I really feel like you have clarity. You're no longer confused about the release here, but you're not grieving it. You don't want to grieve it because you don't want to accept it. That's what it is. You don't want to grieve it because if you grieve it, that means it's real and it's happened. It's happening. Whether you grieve it or not, that doesn't change the fact that it's happened. Okay, I just want to let you know that. Additionally, too, if you don't grieve it, you can't possibly ever heal and move on with your life, ever. And you'll just sit there with this deep grief that is, and it'll come out in other ways. Okay. What did we get some type of clarity on? Yeah, about a home life, a marriage or a connection. You got clarity about somebody. Possibly a Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it doesn't have to be. But you got clarity about somebody going back home to somebody else or wanting to be with them. And so you got release. Show me release, please. Yeah, they took a new direction that was away from you. You're being asked to also release the direction that you thought that you were going in because there's something better coming down the line. First and foremost, you have to heal, though. You have to, work through the grief part and come into some form of acceptance. Okay, why is grief here in reverse? You're just not wanting to grieve it. Yeah, you're looking deep. You keep watching and watching and watching and watching and looking deeper and deeper and deeper into somebody else's connection or into some other situation that has nothing to do with you anymore. Because you don't want to accept it. And that's going to cost you. That's going to cost you time, energy, effort. It's just going to hurt you. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear that this person is either back with somebody else, choosing someone totally different, or going back home, or you don't want to accept the fact that you've lost someone in any capacity. And if somebody had somebody else they went back home to, did you really lose them? May feel like that, but did you ever really have them? You know what I mean? If you lost someone to passing away, that's grief. Any of it's grief, and you'll still have to grieve it. And if you don't, and you keep looking into this person's life, then what's going to happen is that you're just never going to be able to move forward, and you're going to become very jaded, very bitter, and you're falling into a depression here. It feels like. Okay. What's the relationship between the storks and the compass? The moon, walking away. So somebody took a new direction to walk away from the situation or the relationship or the job with you. They decided to walk away. They changed their mind. And they are free to do that. Now, if this is regarding a relationship, this person has decided to change their mind and go towards a different direction. And there's nothing you can do about it. Let them go in peace. And you focus on yourself and heal. If you continue to, I feel like you might be watching this person because you don't want to accept it. You're watching this person. You might be watching their zodiac sign, whomever this is, or somebody's watching you, Libra. But if you're watching somebody here, you're psychically stalking them, cross-watching their zodiac sign. If you're watching them on social media from different, stalker accounts, if you're getting readings on them, you are literally stalking that person. And you're not allowing yourself to grieve and move on. If this person has passed, you're looking in more into their death, the cause of death. Okay? And that's something that I feel like you need to do in order for you to grieve. You can't grieve yet until you know what happened. And it could even be the fact you lost a relationship. That could be the same thing too, where you can't grieve it until you understand what happened. But I don't think that you're going to get the closure that you think that you're going to get by watching this person move on with somebody else or go back to someone else if it's a relationship. If it's someone's past, do the best that you can to get the information that you need so you can understand what happened to a loved one, okay? Okay, what's the compass in the magnifying glass? Yeah, anchor. Yeah, you're okay. With the Nine of Swords here, you have a lot of anxiety because I feel like this is more about the relationship part. You're trying to hold on to somebody who does not want to be with you in a relationship anymore. Who's still obviously not the person who's passed away, clearly. I'm not talking to those people if that's happened, and if that's happened, my deepest condolences for your loss, truly. I'm specifically now talking to the people who didn't get chosen in a relationship. If you didn't get chosen in a relationship and you're trying to anchor somebody to stay with you, trying to keep your energy tethered to them by watching them, trying to contact them, all this other stuff, you're stalking them and they don't want anything to do with you. They don't want anything to do with you. They made their choice. They were juggling you anyways. They took a risk somewhere else and it wasn't with you. And you can either grieve it, heal, eventually forgive and accept and move on, or you can stay in this position. But if you keep stalking this person, whether you're watching their house, whether you're watching them online, whether you're psychically stalking them, getting readings about them, if you're watching their zodiac sign, then guess what? You're being a stalker, and I gotta call you out on it. Okay? Yeah, you're just putting more and more burden on yourself. That's unnecessary. You want to have a victory so bad, but it wasn't yours to have. Anyways, this is what I tell people all the time. When you're in a third party scenario, okay, let's say for instance, you're the third party. Okay? Example here. You're the third party and you're messing with somebody who is either married or in a prior committed relationship that's long standing. Okay? The chances of those relationships coming together and working out is so astronomically low. It's almost asinine to really believe that come on. And if a third party really, whomever this is, if a third party really believes that they're going to leave their husband or leave their wife for you and have everything work out in that relationship, you got another thing coming. The divine isn't going to send you someone else's husband or wife or partner and have that relationship go peachy keen. No. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. So if you, Libra, okay, if you're in the group where you were a third party, or you were in a connection, marriage, or a long-standing committed relationship, and your person has left you for somebody else, or you're that person and you were the third party and they went back to their spouse, it's time for you to let it go and move on. It wasn't these third-party relationships that come together, even if y'all get married, typically they end up with either one or both partners cheating on each other. Because you're not more special than the wife or the husband. You're just not. I don't care what boundaries, I don't care what promises or what vows you take. If they cheat with you, they cheat on you. Period. It is. That's usually how it goes. The chances of it not going that way are so low. And people don't seem to get that. People still want to get involved in third-party scenarios, either as a third party or have a third-party scenario, because people are cowardice to speak up for what they actually want. And I personally don't trust anybody who goes after someone else's husband or wife or partner. I don't blame them, because obviously I got to check, we got to check our partners, right? But if you know someone's married and you go after them and they break your heart, well, that's what you get for messing with someone who's married. That's what you get. I mean, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry about what I just said. It's true. And you're not more special than the husband or the wife. Because trust and believe that person will do the exact same shit to you. So, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just a matter of perspective there. Anyways, enough for that tangent. So, you got juggled, Libra. If I'm just speaking to the relationship where you got dumped and this person either got a new person or they went back to a prior person that they already had. Okay? That they were married to or with somehow, and you were the third party. It's over. You're trying to tie them to you by any means necessary, because you don't want to hear the fact that you got released, but you did get released. So it's time for you to, move on and heal and find, you'll find someone. I'm sure you will, okay? So let's see. Let me get you some guidance here, because, yeah. Somebody here is trying to desperately hold on to somebody who doesn't want to be held on to. And that's going to cause them a whole world of pain. More so than what they're already experiencing. Like, people just don't understand. Like, it is what it is. And that's usually what happens. But people still want to get into these third-party connections. And they still want to say, oh, no, I'm different. No, you're not, honey. You're not. You're not different. You're not. You're just not different. You're not more special than that person. And you have their wife or their husband's crazy person. Yeah, but they don't tell you, the person that you're cheating with who's married or in a prior connection, male or female, doesn't matter, but they don't tell you what they did to put that person in a fucked up mindset either. There's always another side. There's always three sides to a story. There's yours, theirs, and the objective truth. So, they don't tell you that part, now do they? They want to play the victim when they come to you and tell you all about how their spouse or whomever, their husband, their wife is such a baddie person. But they don't tell you their bullshit. Of course they don't. Because they're taking the easy way out and the cowardice way out. Alright, sorry. Okay. But I feel like somebody needed to hear that message. I felt that strongly in my gut. Someone needed to hear that. So Libra, this could be you. Cross watchers, this could be you. Okay? Or anybody else who watches this. Any guidance, please, for my Libras? Yeah, don't let pride get in your way. You're trying to hold on to somebody out of pride. And it's blocking your progress and your healing. Yeah, we also have a new start is coming, but you got to do the healing work. A time to give rather than take. So give back to yourself. Okay? Nothing is set in stone. That doesn't mean you're going to be alone forever. But this person that you've been dealing with, possibly a Leo, is done. Yeah, and you are good enough. Just because that person didn't see it, that doesn't mean that you're not. Virgo energy. Okay. A time for healing. Yep. One more. And then hold your vision. But it's not going to... You need to come with a new dream and a new vision. Okay. And also we have here at the bottom... Look at the bigger picture. Sagittarius energy. There's something that you need to say about the bigger picture here. Okay. Alright, Libras, I hope this helped. If you want to get a personal reading with me, all the information will be in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit all notifications. That way you know the next time I upload. And as always, please take care of yourself. Until next time.